Hello, and welcome to City University of Seattle Library's APA-style midterm prep drop-in clinic. This will be a video going over the basics of citation. It will last about 10 to 15 minutes. After the video is recorded, we will stop recording and open it up to student questions. The recording will be made available on our website. We're talking about APA-style 7th edition. An illustration of the publication manual can be found immediately to the left. During this video, we'll talk about citing references, specifically the basics of in-text citation and the reference list. We also want to talk about resources and support that may be available to students. APA style was created by the American Psychological Association. This citation format was intended to create a standardized framework for writing papers and to promote reading comprehension. Academic disciplines that spurred the development of APA citation style fall under the business, behavioral sciences, and social sciences. APA citations. Well, let's address what are citations. Also, what are the reasons to cite? And how do we cite? So a definition of citations. You're going to use citations when you are giving credit to someone else's idea that you are using in your paper. Specifically, you're going to use citations anytime you paraphrase, or in the rare instances you use a direct quote. Most of the citations you are going to use should be paraphrased. Paraphrasing is putting an idea or concept into your own words. We're going to address really quickly what does not need to be cited and then go right into citation. Things that do not need to be cited are common knowledge in your field. For example, common knowledge for a psychologist might be very different to common knowledge for a business person or somebody in computer science, let's say. You do not have to cite your own personal lived experiences. Likewise, you don't have to cite generally accepted facts. Generally accepted facts such as McDonald's sells hamburgers. Reasons why you want to cite. You want to cite because you are giving credit to the idea or work or contributions of another person. Citation demonstrates your research skills and shows that you have considered multiple points of view. It also indicates that you are current on the issues in your field. When you cite, it supplies support to validate your reasoning, findings, and conclusions. Using the facts presented by an expert can help strengthen your own paper's arguments. Citation also helps prevent plagiarism. Plagiarism, which is using the content, thoughts, ideas, or work of someone else without proper attribution, can have severe academic consequences. The basic components of APA are the author, the date, title, and source material. The author, in this example, is listed in gray. Our example is actually from a journal article. The date is in green. The title, which in this instance, as it is a journal, is in sentence case and highlighted in pink. The source material, which again, this is a journal, has the publication, journal publication, which is italicized. The volume is italicized. In open paren, you have the issue, close paren. The issue is not italicized. A comma, the page numbers for this particular citation. And in this instance, it has a DOI. As defined by the DOI Foundation, a DOI, or Digital Object Identifier, is a persistent identifier which is used to identify an object. The object can be physical, digital, or abstract in nature. Below, you can see a parenthetical in-text example. The in-text example includes the author information and the date. When you're citing in text and you have 3 or more authors, you are going to use et al. Here are some examples of using this particular citation in text. This would be paraphrased. Both examples, the first one is narrative, are rewritten. The second one is parenthetical. In the narrative, the author information is woven into the actual sentence. In the parenthetical, the citation, the in-text citation, is located at the end. These are examples of an in-text citation, using the same reference information, in a short quote. The narrative, again, you can see the author is woven into the sentence context. You have the date right after the author, and you might notice that in this instance, at the very end of this in-text citation, you'll see the results section, comma, and then the paragraph location. When you're citing the quote, you want to be able to tell your reader, your audience, where to find the particular quote. Normally, you would have the page number. In this instance, when I retrieved the article, it did not have any pages, therefore I had a choice. I could either count down the number of paragraphs from the very beginning of the article, or I could cite that I found it in the results section, the results header, and then I counted down 1, 2, it was in the paragraph number 2 below the results header. Likewise, you can see the parenthetical quote in text citation example with all of the citing information located at the end of the sentence. A narrative or parenthetical citation formatting is your choice, depending upon how you want to write the citation. What matters is that you cite. In this example, for our reference list, you can see that I have a couple of citation examples. For the formatting for this, I want to make sure that it's double-lined. I want to make sure that the section, references in this case, is bold and centered. The citations should be alphabetically ordered. I want to ensure that there's a hanging indent for all of the citations in my reference list. I'm using sentence case for this structure. Sentence case would be the first letter of a sentence is capitalized. Proper nouns would be capitalized. Typically, with the very first reference here, you can see where it says the analytics revolution in higher education, then there's a colon. Typically after a colon, the first letter of the continuation of the sentence would be capitalized. However, in this particular instance, where it says big data, comma, organizational learning, comma, and student success, the B for big is not capitalized because it is a dependent clause. Also in this example, you can see that this is a book that has been cited in the reference list. In this instance, my title is italicized and my publisher is not. Below it is my journal example, where you can see that the title for the journal is not italicized, but where I got it, the journal, the academic journal title, is italicized. Be aware of the differences. Do not memorize the formatting of all APA citations, but be able to find the information in either the publication manual, your APA library guide, or APA style guide, and find and reference how you should format that. You can always also ask a librarian for assistance if in doubt. Also note that your font throughout your entire APA paper, not just your reference list, should be consistent, and there are at present 6 acceptable fonts for APA style. Let's take a look at a citation focus. My in-text citation here, parenthetical, that I should find in the body of my text will drive my reader to the reference list, where they can actually find and retrieve the citation if they so desire. Let's cover some resources that are available to you. The APA Style Blog, CityU Library APA Guide, BrainFuse, and Excelsior Online Writing Lab. The APA Style Blog is maintained by the American Psychological Association. It is very useful for finding up-to-date style and grammar guidelines by the APA. The instructional guides provide assistance via tutorials and webinars, handouts and guides, and sample papers. CityU Library's LibGuide contains up-to-date information on APA, and it has an APA 7th edition CityU student paper template. BrainFuse is an online tutorial service that is offered to City University students. However, not only does it have tutoring, it also helps students edit their papers. You can make an appointment through BrainFuse, and they are found via your Brightspace. This is quite a handy resource as the Excelsior Online Writing Lab, and it includes information about formatting your paper, detailed examples on how to write different types of citation, and it has an interactive tutorial all about APA to reinforce your learning. If you need any additional help, please contact us via Ask a Librarian. Thank you.